So in this video, I'll show you the 100 million movement watches case study. So this is one of the fastest growing brands like ever. And this brand has been acquired for $100 million pretty much like 5 years after it was started. So I'll show you exactly how it was done and some of the strategies that they've used that you can utilize as well, whether you're running dropshipping business or e-commerce business, you want to scale your brand to the moon and eventually sell it. I'll show you exactly how to do it in this video. So they pretty much made like $60 million like 3-4 years after the launch, sold the brand for $100 million in 2018. They started the brand in 2013 with the crowdfunding campaign, which was Indiegogo, and their goal was $15,000. They gathered $290,000, which was second most funded fashion brand on Indiegogo in 2013. And they pretty much, validated the brand. They generated a lot of media exposure at the same time. The products themselves, if you even go to AliExpress, you go to any other platforms, you can source the products, buy very similar products very inexpensively. And you'll quickly realize that, pretty much it all comes down to marketing, right? And pretty much comes down to the brand and how people perceive the product, not how the product looks or how the product is itself. And this is a very important point to understand. And for them, their key points were pretty much information about the brand, the vision, and mission and principles of the brand. Then video explaining the concept and asking the visitors to join the movement. So how they position that is not just the product that you just wear, but that you're part of something bigger. And that's very important because as it becomes more and more competitive in pretty much any industry, any niche, to differentiate, you need to have a community of people that pretty much follow you on this journey and kind of brand ambassadors for you. So that's exactly what they've done. They've been ahead of the trend now. More and more brands are trying to do that, but obviously not everyone does it. So if you want to do this, if you do it, it's definitely the competitive advantage that you can utilize. So they had detailed quality assurance for the product with description for watches themselves. Then satisfaction guarantees and warranty on their Indiegogo. All of those things, typically what you would find for the product, but the main competitive advantage things that had is basically brand, kind of mission, vision, why they been selling those products, and also the kind of the community principle, the movement, right? They have established, so they started this kind of community. So Facebook, right? So if you check their Facebook page, it has 3.7 million followers, and it is also responsible, according to Likealizer, for nearly half of their total social traffic. So it is very strong for them, seems like. And they're running a lot of ads. They had to hide their rating. And so very valuable indicator is that they post with low 3% engagement rate. And pretty much it shows that their brand is focused on the paid traffic. And that's exactly, what dropshippers, e-commerce entrepreneurs do these days. They're focusing on the paid aspect of the advertising. Let's review some of their ads now. You can see they have multiple pages here. So one of them is, I guess it's Polish one, right? So you can see all of their ads, 370 ads just in overall over 1,000 ads. Some image ads, as you can see, different models, different designs. So their brand, their range of products is very comprehensive. They have different models for different types of people. Carousel ads here, as you can see, even selling in Japan, as you can see, they're targeting Japanese market, which is very good for you to know that a Japanese market is very good. They like European products, seems like, and yeah, you can see all the designs, typically very short ad copy, call to action, testimonial ads. So pretty much every brand would do. Obviously, they do, seems very decent volume in paid advertising till this day. pretty much it seems like they have more content on the page. They still utilizing some of the organic content from their Facebook page. Now Facebook paid traffic, now this is massive, right? This is massive. They have like new ads and new variations of the ads, many different, like as you can see, targeting women, men, different models of watches, videos, which are pretty much just images. So that's pretty much nothing like very sophisticated. So just most of these are images, and that's it. Like they're pretty much like static. I mean, these are more dynamic, but these are for glasses, which is they're another category of products that they're selling now. So pretty much like paid traffic is very strong portion of their traffic. Like overall, as you've seen, they don't post a lot on Facebook, but it seems like most of the traffic, like social traffic, comes from Facebook, which means they are utilizing paid advertising and they're spending a lot. And also they are doing a lot of influencer marketing. We'll cover that in detail. So Instagram is probably like one of the major like channels for movement. So they have over 1.6 million followers. They have two accounts, movement for her and movement. And you can see this one has like 1.1 million followers. A lot of great content, influences like lifestyle. So this is the founder of the company actually. And so you can see kind of like a lot of like lifestyle content, association with lifestyle. So very good content, even some skydivers. So you can see a lot of very interesting content here, mostly sourced from the influencers. So user-generated content, pretty much. Most of these pictures are featured. They're coming from the devout, audience and influencers. They have feature Insta photos on their website and allow users to buy products directly to the pages they can see. So, for example, if you go here, 460 allows you to. This is very interesting app. Allows you to. Pretty much use your like Instagram images and include like basically tag your products in them, so people can shop like right away, right? That's very helpful because like people like this specific look. For instance, they like this product, they just go here, or they can just click on the product and go directly to the product itself. So 460, very interesting app if you have a variety of products. If you're utilizing the like Instagram Live, like $50 per month for their cheaper plan. They have 21-day trial, another plan $300 per month. So might be very worthwhile for you. Now, one of the things about Instagram, they have this join the movement, right? Like posts, and 156,000 posts here, right? People posting, people tagging the content here. So pretty much all of them are featured here and allows people, get more publicity, get more attention. It kind of like allows to gather this overall like brand awareness, and people see these posts and associate themselves with the lifestyle that brand promotes. So very interesting here. Instagram influencer marketing, as you can see, a huge part of their strategy. They're utilizing a lot of influencers and then a lot of the paid advertisers. These are like two, so far from what we see, it's like two main channels that they're using. Now, if there was one, like if they're out of two, like choose one, it probably would be influencers. So single biggest reason for movement success. Definitely they got inspired and emulated a lot of what Daniel Wellington has done, the bigger brand than a movement in terms of revenue, at least it was. And they have this DV moments, hashtags. You might have seen some of these watches, or you have one. So they basically emulated it, and the agency that helped them to get to this level is Media Kicks. They launched this influencer marketing campaign with Join the Movement with 62 micro and mid-level influencers who averaged like 47,000 followers, creating 73 sponsored Instagram posts. In 1 week, they had over 100,000 likes, 2,800 comments, and their posts have been exposed to over 3 million people. And now, like, they have this Join the Movement has over like 160 posts. Kind of like the approach with micro influencers is simple, since they're not as big like celebrities. The people easier like associate with them and relate to them. So, and more trust basically driven by those by those posts. So they pretty much have advertising through them. It's pretty much advertising through the posts of these influencers. So very, very effective. The main challenge here is like to kind of like gather the direct ROI from it. But if you're profitable with, let's say, Facebook advertising, and you want to scale your brand, you want to invest into like this brand awareness and overall like more sales in long term, and you have those resources, then definitely utilizing influencers is one of the best things that you can do. And then they have specific ambassador page on their website. So influencers can basically sign up, as you can see, ambassador and affiliates, and they can sign up. So there are like two main programs. They have movement creator community and pretty much affiliate marketing. So they can get percentage of the sales plus free product and commission earning potential. So like two ways of collaborating with movement. People can get free watches and pretty much commission earning. Like, so if someone buys from their post, they get a commission on the sale. So that's how they structure those relationships. Now, as you can see here, in terms of these particular like apps that you can utilize, so this page is called Influencers Movement, right? So you just basically go through the sign up process here, and this is called Impact Radius, which is basically the software that like platform like impact.com, as you can see, that allows you to put this affiliate program in place. So there are two ways that they're structured this relationship, and you can just emulate and do the same for your brand. Like YouTube. So YouTube, they have very interesting strategy for the YouTube, because as you can see here, like in terms of followers, they're not like tremendous number of followers. Even like videos are not watched as much. This one has been watched a lot. Like you clearly can see which ones have been used for the advertising. You can see here like which ones have been used for the awareness. These are not naturally. You can see like some of the videos have like 10,000 views, and some of them have like 1 million views. Obviously, these have been advertised heavily. So it's pretty much last year. It has been treated as YouTube channel is 2019, as pretty much as a video hosting page. And then things started to change. Last year when featured influencer produced content started to appear on the channel. And they also have this basically hashtag how do we do timing with dedicated lifestyle video series. Now with YouTube, they are also utilizing a lot of partnerships, right? So for example, as you can tell, they even have the documentary now. So movement watches, right? So you do movement watches, and you will find a lot of these are sponsored, right? So people like these influencers are getting basically paid for the promotion that they do. So movement watches unboxing and stuff, right? So you can see a lot of these kind of like accumulation of small influencers, and combined, they generate a lot of brand awareness. And then people come to the website, they're retargeted heavily. And also on top of that, there's paid advertising strategy with Facebook. So that's pretty much from my perspective, how it looks. And so this, overall, like there's like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, kind of like all these strategies. A lot of organic influencers and micro influencers. So as you can see, they're aiming for niche influencers who are associated with rich lifestyle and boast watches part of their lifestyle, but it doesn't always go well. For example, you can see this video like with 5 ways movement watches are better than Rolex. So a very like negative kind of like feedback from the so it can backfire in terms of like for some influencers that are that they're heavily pushing the product, that kind of like with some information that's not clearly true, or that consumers and their followers might consider not true. They just get bad response for that. Now, Google Ads, they're bidding on 772 keywords worldwide, only like 1/3 of them being in USA. So they want to, like for this like amount of volume, under 1K of keyword bids worldwide is very low. And strangely, the company is barely bidding anything at all in big markets such as UK, Canada, Australia, Germany, and France. Their ads look good. So you can see that's like they have the headlines, the H1, H2, H3, very nice, clean and stylish designs, fair price. They have nice ad extensions. So the ads are done properly. Looking across like the 272 ads that are available in the USA, some are targeting very specific landing pages, which is awesome. They're also bidding on large number of branded keywords, leveraging the opportunity of grabbing traffic from targeted mid to long tail keywords, like for example, as you can see here. So free shipping, as you can see, like free shipping. So a lot of the work has been done there, like Pinterest. So they have a lot of viewers because Pinterest is like very visual platform. So they have 7 million unique viewers on Pinterest every month. So the channel has been great, kind of like factor in spreading word of mouth and gaining visibility. So they quickly realized that visitors from Pinterest convert twice as much as users from other channel because it's pretty much, people are getting, they like the product, and typically these are the users that have, financial resources and disposable income. So they're utilizing this a lot. Tumblr, another platform, and pretty much like for MTV, Tumblr, for movement, Tumblr acts like one landing page, but so the main purpose of it was pretty much the additional exposure. Like Pinterest and Instagram, people have been sharing pictures on their blogs with movement watches accompanied by hashtags movement or join the movement. So they managed to get some good traction and get in front of a lot of eyeballs, right, while landing on one of these popular blogs. So social media conclusion, pretty much from all of these guys, they focus as much as possible on influencer marketing, like YouTube and Instagram. Those are very heavily used channels as a highly targeted way to get to their customers, and from the trust perspective, from the people who these people trust, they try to be everywhere. So you can see like they have very comprehensive integrated marketing strategies. They adapt their strategies to each platform while keeping their message and their core values intact. So that's very good. And they leverage the media that has worked for most of them, which is images, pictures. And the main reason that organic reach on platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest had become so difficult that pretty much these companies almost forcing us to use advertising. It becomes so competitive to get organic reach. So search engine optimization, you can see here from this graph, like largest traffic acquisitions channel is search, followed closely by direct and social. So search here and direct and social. Then traffic significantly dropped since their acquisition 2018, from a global rank of 26,000 to 61,000. And from one like seems that might have been like the Google update, and they hit. It seems like they got hit like very hard. Obviously, like many of these like branded terms like movement watches, they're amassing like a lot of like 165,000 in search volume each month, and they're also ranking highly for generic keywords such as gold watch, for example, position 7, and you can see like the search volume is very good, like 49,000 people searching for that monthly. And women's watches, so there's position number 7, or even just watch position 8, right? So they driving quite a lot of traffic from just organically. And I was quite surprised to discover that almost half of their visitors are located in the US. So it's pretty much like Big Four and then Germany. So these are their main markets. and for countries where English is not spoken much, it makes it like very complicated. I mean, but pretty much they have all of their efforts concentrated on the main domain, and that allows them to rank for English keywords, across the board. So pretty much they have rankings for 74,000 keywords. So that's quite a lot. In terms of email marketing, and I've already received like 10 emails. So here are types of those, like welcome email, pre-arrival email, social promotional email, survey email, video request, video review request. So might seem to be excessive, but they seem to have like very strong digital strategy with good ROI on all channels. So you can see that's pretty much on this next chart here. Now overall, so these are the emails you can see here. A lot of different emails that are sending, and a lot of promotions. I mean, overall, like if there's like, so they started with with validating their message with crowdfunding with Kickstarter, in Indiegogo. Then they expanded with micro influencers, and it's still good opportunity. Micro influencers are still very, very relevant. Then YouTube, then Facebook paid advertising, kind of all of these strategies combined. I mean, the main kind of challenge with all of this is to see direct like ROI from all of these campaigns. But for example, if you're profitable with Facebook advertising, let's say you're spending like $100,000 per month, you're profitable with it, then it makes a lot of sense to utilize influencers, reinvest part of the profit that you're generating into generating that general awareness, because in like few months from there, like that accumulated on Instagram, on YouTube, so that will create this kind of like combined compound interest of all of your efforts. So that's very, very important to to utilize and remember, because in the long term you need to grow a brand. You need to have this comprehensive effort. Obviously, just paid advertising, Facebook advertising can do well by itself, but it has to be comprehensive. It has to be combined efforts from all of these different platforms if you want to grow fast enough and acquire the market share. So that's very, very important. In long term, that will put you in a position where your brand has so many channels that driving your sales, which makes your company attractive for people who are actually in a position to want to buy your brand. Because if your brand is only dependent on one channel, like Facebook advertising or influencers, or whatever that channel is, then it's not as attractive for investor, because they know that, for example, if something happens with that channel, then pretty much sales dry out and the brand is not as profitable, is not as attractive anymore. So if you have this comprehensive strategy with organic strategy from my perspective, probably was one of the reasons why they had like pretty good valuation. They sold the company for $100 million 5 years after they started it. And that was because they had this integrated, very comprehensive marketing strategy on all of the channels. And that's pretty much the main takeaway from this, guys. If you have resources, if your brand already does well, you have resources, you have funds, then it's best to like invest into comprehensive strategy on different channels. Now, if you're looking for help with that, if you're looking to implement this comprehensive marketing strategy and scale your brand very fast, then there's a link below where you can apply for a private strategy session with me, and we'll see if we can help you to scale your brand to the next level, like we've helped dozens and dozens of businesses scale your brand to the next level. So whether it's dropshipping or e-commerce, both types of companies have this potential of utilizing new channels and expanding with them. So click on the link below if you're interested. And thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.